Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today, it's the last coin in my Dead Denominations set. This is the 2-cent piece. And this one is copper, or really bronze, they call it. It's 95% copper, and then the rest is tin and zinc. But this is a neat example in great condition. So it's not like top pop or anything like that, but it's definitely CAC green bean worthy. And I wanted to get a nice one that had a decent finish to it, or luster. So many of the ones that are in this same category have flaky looking luster remaining, and I don't like that appearance. I wanted something that looked nice, and this one is very eye appealing. You know, of course, the closer up you look at it, it's you know, you're gonna see more of the detail there, but no complaints on this one whatsoever, except for a scratched holder. So I think there are some die cracks here and there, and we'll check those out. We'll go in with the microscope and see if there's anything interesting to see. And I'll explain a little bit of the varieties. There are different types, not really types as far as a typeset collector goes, but different varieties with types of fives is what I was getting at with the type. There's a plain 5, which I think this might be, and then there's a fancy 5. And so we'll, when we go in with the microscope, we'll talk about the distinctions and see whether this one's worth regrading, if that is a plain 5, because that makes a big difference in the value. This one's, you know, it's already halfway decent value as it is, but it would like quadruple in value if it was designated as a plain 5. Certain angles it does look like it has a bit of a swoosh to it, but we'll see when we go in closer. So this was part of the Mint Act of April 22nd, 1864. And they had to issue coins because the public was hoarding a lot of the other coins in general because they were made of silver or gold at that time. There were no other really base metal type coins. And so the 3-cent piece was made of silver up until that time, and so they switched, well, they didn't switch, but they introduced the nickel 3-cent. It's kind of an oxymoron. But that one was, I believe, 75% copper and 25% nickel. This is 95% copper. I think I might have even said that already. There were other coins like the Indian head cent. This one, I believe, was 88% copper. And so they had kind of a different look. After 1864, they had the more coppery kind of look. I mean, now it's not fair to look at a graded coin versus a raw, but this was kind of a cool one, an excuse to show it off there. I did send this one in myself for grading, and just because it's got some nice color, I thought it was a neat example. Not super high grade or anything, but still fun to have graded and come back without a details designation. That was half the battle. So anyway, back to the show. But here's the 3-cent nickel. And actually, I was going to get into this already, but the shield theme is very common during this time in coins. Of course, the shield nickel would come out in 1866, pardon me. But even the 3-cent piece had the shield going for it. And and of course the seated designs. There were the shield alongside the seat. So I think this is a really neat coin. And this one specifically, it's got a nice die crack through the 6 and the 5 there in the date. So when we go in, we'll take a look. See, that does look like it's got an up swoosh there on the 5, but I don't think it's enough to really be. Anyway, can't keep going into that without showing you what it looks like up close. So here it is, and such a cool coin. Simple, like I mentioned, but got some interesting elements to it. We'll come back to the date. I think I mentioned it earlier, but in case I didn't, this is the first coin in U.S. coinage to have "In God We Trust" on it. So there was a 1864 variety with a small motto versus a large motto. The small motto is the more sought after and very rare, so hardly any of those around. And we got the shield basics. And there's our date. And then there is a die break in there, die crack. You can kind of see between from the rim to the 6 and the 5 there. So that's neat. But look at that 5. That's what we're here for, is to kind of see the whether it's a plain 5 or the fancy 5. I say this is a plain 5. So let's take a look at an image from the Mega Red book just to talk about it. And here's our die break or die crack. So, but here's the area in question. So let's look in the book. All right, thanks to Mega Red book, we've got the fancy 5 and the regular. There's the plain 5, which I think is what I have. And then there's the fancy, and you can really see it's got kind of a big swoosh there. So I don't have that. All right, and here's the reverse, and in a little bit tight. You can see the luster still intact, but kind of losing it a little bit. And then there's a cool die break, I believe, that starts at the O of America and goes all the way along the rim. You can kind of, actually you can't kind of see it too well because I'm moving it, but all along here you can see there's looks like a thread almost, but I think it's a die break. So interesting. There is another, I think there's a variety with clashing where the reverse and the obverse are clashed on each other. I don't see it here. I think you would see a sideways shield or remnants of the shield there if it was the variety. So I would be nervous to pop this out and have it regraded for fear it wouldn't retain its RB designation, but it would be exciting to try for those 5s. I don't know. 4 times the value would be like $2,200 coins. So I hope you enjoyed checking it out as much as I enjoyed showing it off. And yeah, I don't know what's going to be in the next collection. I've got to set a goal and maybe start to collect barber coins. I don't have a ton. I have a few pieces here and there, but I'd like to get some of the other Charles Barber coins. So let me know what you think about this one in the comments section, and I'm pretty happy with it. So cool way to close out the Dead Denominations set, and we did show that off last time, so I won't go too much into detail, but may as well just show it off one last time here. Get your half-cent. We got the 2-cent we just showed, of course, and then the teeny tiny 3-cent. This is the 3-cent silver. This is the Trime, aka the Trime. And oh, that's why I liked it. And then we had the 3-cent nickel. And this one's a proof. Pretty darn cool at that. So this is a low mintage year proof. And then, oh, pardon my reach. Then we had another beamed up one here. This is the half dime, and the color on this one is also quite stunning. It's my fish tank in the background, if you can hear that water running. And then we got the 20-cent. And that other barber. And we even have a cousin along for the trip here. This isn't part of my dead denomination set, but it is a dead denomination. I'm not really doing the gold, but couldn't resist getting one of these. So we'll see what's up next. Until then, thanks so much for watching Coin Sense and Nonsense. Until next time, bye bye.